Hey guys, this is TJ Anthony with CBS 21 News, and you are watching our digital newscast right now. Today is a weather worn day. We are keeping a very close eye on the radar. Our system is moving through our area as we speak, and Steve Knight is joining us. Steve, you've been watching this. The weather department has been very busy over the past couple of days, and you all will continue to be busy going into the work week. Talk about where is the system right now?
Basically parked right over top of us. If you take a look behind my right shoulder here, TJ, I've actually kind of gotten out of the way a little bit so you can actually see what's happening there on first warning radar. So you notice, yeah, kind of looks like one of those tie-dye t-shirts from the 70s, right? So we've got a little bit of everything that's out there. We've got some spots that have seen snow, which is indicated by the blue there on the radar, and then other areas that have seen the purple. That's more of a sleet or freezing rain. And I know basically we've gotten reports from all over central PA. Some people did have some snow, getting more reports though of sleet and freezing rain. And what's even worse is sometimes, we get these systems where, you get a little bit of freezing rain, then you put some sleet down on top of that. And that's a really good example of the sleet that's out there. And then you put more freezing rain on top of that, and that compacts it even more. It makes it even, more icy out there. So it has been a little bit of everything here. The core of the system is still parked over us here in central PA. So if you're getting a little bit of a lull in the action right now, there's still more to come. I don't think this storm is going to be completely out of here, TJ, until after midnight tonight. So I made this comment earlier on one of my social media streams where I said, you're one of those folks that made the decision to stay in on your Saturday night and ride this storm out. You made the right decision because it is nasty out there.
Oh no, Steve, it's really bad. Andrew Klein, he right now is in Cumberland County, but I really want to show you the conditions going into Dauphin County. So that's where, I can really just glide over here. That's how slippery it is out there. So if you're out and about, you really want to take it slow on the roadways. Still, this sleet is even hitting my face as we speak. Steve, you said right now we really aren't even close to being done with what's going on right now. It's accumulating on cars as well. Andrew, how's it looking out there in Cumberland County? You're in Lemoyne.
Yeah, it's certainly not great. Actually, here right next to the street, and you can see it is certainly sticky. The plow has come a few times, but it's right now only one side of the street is really cleared off. We have not seen many cars where we've been. This is kind of a view of the parking lot that we're in. There's a plow that's been kind of clearing it out, but it almost looks like a dusting of snow. But it is certainly not snow. It's very, very slippery. It's just really just pure ice all over the ground. It's certainly sticking, and right now it's definitely chilled out a little bit outside of the station, but it was certainly picked up. It was strong a little while ago, and it hasn't changed too much, other than lightening up just a tiny little bit in the last 45 minutes or so.
So, Andrew, you mentioned that it looks like snow, but it's not really snow. It is sleet that's out there, and it's interesting because you mentioned how slippery it is. Literally if you picked it up and you put it in your hands, it would almost feel like you had a snow cone, in your hands. So that's what sleet is. Sleet is ice pellets that are out there, and so that's what's making for the really slick conditions. And yeah, we're showing some video right now, Andrew, of that sleet, and that's what folks are dealing with that are trying to be out and about here tonight. And we do know that PennDOT has reduced speed limits on most of the major highways throughout central Pennsylvania, where we're talking 81, 83, basically all the interstates, turnpike. They're asking folks to slow it down. They're mandatory speed restrictions. So everything's icy out there right now. How's the temperature out there right now, Andrew? Right now, we're hovering around 30 degrees. Got to be cold where you're at right now.
Yeah, it's really cold. I wish I had more layers than I do now. I've got a couple already on. I've got a nice warm winter coat, and I'm still cold just kind of standing out here. And it does not help that, as you said, it's really just little ice pellets that are flying down. It does not help that they're hitting me in the face, hitting me in everywhere that they can possibly hit right now. And it's certainly so different than snow. It hurts. Like when you say ice pellets, it really is like you can catch them in your hand and
Yeah.
hold on to them because of what they are. It's not snow that's going to melt on, like, right when it touches my gloves, but it's something that I can, physically catch. So, I mean, it feels very cold. I couldn't tell you exactly what it feels like, but it does not feel good to be outside. I definitely try to avoid that at all costs if possible.
Yeah,
And then we
appreciate you being out there. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, guys, we started, we saw this come down around 5 o'clock. Andrew, when we did the other digital newscast, we didn't see much of a difference, but within about 10 minutes, we saw a pretty drastic difference on the roadways. So kind of talk about how it's been accumulating just minute by minute, hour by hour out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just getting worse and worse. It's really starting to stick again. I'm trying to give you as much of a view of the road as I can, and you can just see it almost looks like it's dusting of snow wood, but it's just so different than snow. It's harder to drive in because it's icy, it's slippery. You're not actually really driving on the road. You're driving right on top of those pellets of ice that we talked about a few minutes ago. And yeah, it is sticking, but it's sticking in a much different way than snow does. Even if you just kind of walk around in a spot where there's, just the pure sleet, it's not going to leave tracks like a snowstorm either. You're really just kind of walking on top of the ice rather than actually walking on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, and also it's not coming down as hard, it looks like, on you either. And then you did mention, of course, it's slippery out there. So, Steve, I mean, when will this melt on the roadways? When will it be safe for people to drive, especially with Super Bowl coming up?
Yeah, right. Good question. When will it be safe? Tomorrow. Because we're going to get up above freezing by tomorrow. Mid morning. I would say first thing tomorrow morning. Look, the precipitation is going to wrap up shortly after midnight tonight. So things will stop falling from the sky, overnight, and be long gone by daybreak tomorrow. And so, daybreak tomorrow, 7 a.m., probably going to be hovering right around that freezing mark. We always get questions from folks who, have concerns about heading out for maybe Sunday morning services, church services, that type of thing. I do think there still could be some slick spots out there, obviously, first thing tomorrow morning. But the temperatures are going to warm pretty rapidly. And by the afternoon, we're going to be into the low 40s. And so all of this will be a distant memory by tomorrow afternoon for sure. And good news, if people, have plans going to and from any kind of Super Bowl parties or Super Bowl events, travel is not going to be an issue at all tomorrow night. So go to your Eagles watch party. Don't worry about the weather. We're going to get a break tomorrow. And as you mentioned, TJ, I do think we could see some more snow next week, probably as early as Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening. Doesn't look like a huge storm at this point, but we got a long way to go here in winter.
Oh, yeah, we really do. And even today, just getting through what we're dealing with right now, there's definitely a long way to go with that. I've been popping in and out of the station here. I did see some PennDOT crews out and about in Harrisburg. Andrew, have you seen a lot of them out and about where you are in Lemoyne?
Not too many. We have seen the plows come through a couple of times, the salt trucks come through a couple of times, and in the parking lot that we're at, they were just kind of pushing the snow aside. There's a big pile over there that they just pushed. But one or two times we have seen them. Nothing too much other than that. I did see when I was driving into work, a lot of the streets that I was driving past were pretty prepared in terms of them being salted before the storm. But in the last, we've been in this parking lot for about 3 hours now, maybe a little bit longer. The plows come by twice, but still, the road looks like it's covered in snow and ice. One half of the street is a little bit more flat than the other. So I definitely think we'll probably see it again, moving forward, probably in the next hour or so.
Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to tell that really crews were out there on the roadways. I mean, that's how icy these conditions are. And Steve, can you just talk about, is it still safe to drive out there even if you go slow with, that mix on the roadways? Can you still slip and slide?
Yeah, the short answer is no. It's just not safe for travel out there. Andrew, I can tell where he's at. He's at the West Shore Plaza in Lemoyne, and he was showing us the parking lot behind him. And I thought to myself, okay, I know the West Shore Plaza. I live near there. There's a liquor store in the West Shore Plaza, and the parking lot is empty. Now, normally on a Saturday night, there would be people going in and out of the liquor store on a Saturday evening at 8 o'clock. and I noticed that it's pretty much a ghost town behind him there. So I think a lot of people got the memo, TJ, and they noticed stay off these roadways because it's treacherous out there tonight. Not only do we have what's already out there, but more that's falling from the sky and temperatures that are below freezing. It's a recipe for very, very slick conditions on the roads.
Absolutely. I mean, we're even still getting accident reports. I just kind of like glanced over that map. And like you did say, PennDOT, they have travel restrictions in place right now. Anything else people need to know about this conditions, about, driving in it?
Yeah, I would just say, those that made the decision to stay home tonight, you made the right call. Hopefully you're inside. I get it though. We always talk about, stay home, stay home. Look at us. There are people that can't stay home. There are people that do have, whether they're emergency responders, nurses, doctors, whatever the case may be. There are people that have to be out there. If you are out and about tonight, look, we're all going to drive home later on tonight, right? The key is to just take it really easy, real slow, use a lot of extra caution, know what you're up against, which is, very slick conditions out there. Don't go, just basically don't go too fast for conditions. So, drive like a 95-year-old grandmother, and that's about the best way that you're going to be able to make it around tonight safely. And again, shortly after daybreak tomorrow, temperatures will get up above the freezing mark, and things are going to look a lot better around here by 9, 10 a.m. tomorrow.
I hope so, because I think I may even have to carpool to get home today. I don't know. I do not trust myself to drive in this weather. So,
well, you are originally from Georgia, so this is a little. This isn't exactly in your comfort zone. Let's put it that way.
No, it's not. So, Andrew, you have no excuse being a New Yorker. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Well, that wraps up our live CBS 21 digital newscast. Of course, make sure you stay up to date with us on air and online as we continue to follow this weather that's going on today, and as we continue to keep you updated on this weather warned day. Again, if you can stay home, stay home. Do not get out on the roadways. It is very slippery out there, guys. Have a great night.